who's for masks and who's not for masks?
For masks.
You're for masks and you're not for masks.
Yeah.
I'll help you make signs any day, and I'll even give money to you to do it. You give me a call later.
You want to get in on it? We're having a peaceful.
No, that's fine. I'm busy, but I saw you.
Because I got just as many signs.
That's great. We all have that.
Hopefully
freedom.
you don't get.
We all have that freedom. I'm not worried about us. I've had a cold before.
Okay, that's the ignorance. See, someone like that gets it, he's gonna die. Too many old ignorant fucktards. I don't know what you want to do, but you put the shit back up, and I and everybody else will come rip it right back down. But all day, every day.
How would you feel if you set up like signs?
I have. I did Black Lives Matter signs, and they tore them down. That's why I just tore yours down.
Yeah, I don't agree with tearing them down. Like, if I was to see that, I disagree. I would say, no, don't do that, man.
Right. Right.
So, but then, how come you come along? Why don't you try to like do this right here? What we're doing right now?
Because I see.
Because you just get mad. I understand you get like super mad.
I've watched people suffer. I put 50,000 masks into this community. I'm a little unique. I put a lot of effort into this community and protecting this community. A lot of effort. And to disregard what everybody's telling us. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. But I'm going to tell you, if they're going to tell me things, I'm going to listen. I'm not going to listen to the dude who comes up and says, I'll make signs for you. Why the fuck would I listen to him? What's he know?
But what about all the doctors that have come out and...
There ain't that many doctors, dude.
There's many.
No.
Many.
You should really read. There's not. You have some people who deal with family medicine who come out and said it. Who gives a shit what they say? They're not working in the hospitals. They're not working in ER. They don't even know what they're talking about because they haven't been there in years.
But there are many doctors in hospitals and stuff that have come out.
Not one says not wearing a mask is a good idea. They will say wearing a cloth mask that's not N95 or doesn't have some kind of filtration in it is bad for you. But that's because of Trump. Trump's made us all believe we don't need to wear masks, or we do need to wear masks, or masks are ineffective. So now none of us really know what's what. You need 3 layers: cotton, filtration, cotton. Saves you.
But what I'm hung up on right now with you is you say you don't trust the government. Like you don't.
In certain reasons, I don't just take them at face value. I research. When they tell me something, I agree. I research what they're telling me. I'm going to get input from people in the community that I know who have input on that particular fact, and I'm going to come to my own decision and decide if I agree or not. And if I don't agree, I'm going to fight to death.
Okay. Wow, you just caught me off guard with the way you came up. I didn't expect that, dude.
You got to expect it. A lot of people take. There's extremists on both sides, and I don't really find myself an extremist. But I don't want you to die. I don't want you to get sick. You want to know I've had COVID? I've had it.
What about all the information coming out saying that the test kits are faulty?
They are faulty. Absolutely are.
So then,
who's to blame for that?
Like
Trump, our Trump administration. What are we going to do about that? That's more important. Way more important. You know what's more important than a fucking mask? How come our president's allowing Taliban to kill our soldiers? You know about that, right? You put bounties. Taliban.
I hear a lot of bad things about Trump and Biden.
He's a fucking moron.
Voted him. I don't roll with either side. I don't tell people say go vote for any of them. I think we all need to get together, find out the truth about everything, and go from there and say like power to us, we the people.
I agree with you. And you have a phone?
Yeah.
Take my number?
Yeah.
I'm a lot more easygoing than you think. And if you've got some input, you can change my mind. You might be able to change my mind on some things. Masks aren't going to be one of them. Come, we'll talk. You want to meet? I'll be in my house. Yeah, I'm not a mean, angry guy. I just believe in masks. And if we let people think that we're in a community where we don't want to wear masks, then 5 people are going to go into cars, maybe systematic, ready. We don't need it. We need the shit to go away so we can all go outdoors and enjoy life.
I feel like they're not going, even if it did go away and all that, I feel like they're not going to be honest with us.
I agree with you.
And they're going to carry it on because I feel like there's money to be made from this.
Right.
All this going on.
I agree. But if I walk across the street and I know I'm going to get hit, but you know you're going to get $1,000 because I walk across the street, are you going to entice me to walk across the street? Yep. And will you maybe convince me to walk across the street? Even though I know I'm going to get hit and killed, will I maybe do it? Yeah. And that's what's going on with masks. People are saying don't wear them. What's the harm, dude? 10 minutes of wearing a mask, when you go into a store. It's not going to hurt you.
It's also a matter of like bowing down, and
sometimes you gotta bow down. Sometimes you gotta bow down. Do you have a driver's license? If you had a driver's license, you gotta bow down. If you go to the doctor, you gotta bow down. If you go to court, you gotta bow down.
I feel like that opens up another argument too.
You go get rent, you rent to the place, you're bowing down every day. You gotta follow their rules.
I don't know about paying rent. I would disagree on that because I feel like rent is like this mutual kind of.
You don't have to pay rent. You go pitch your tent right there, and you gotta listen to nobody's rules.
That's true. But I'm saying like if I go to a store and like pay for milk, or if I go to a place and buy a place to live, that's like
You're going under suppression clause. If they're telling you you can't have a barbecue after 10 o'clock at night, why not? I can't have barbecue at 10:20 if I want. You're suppressed.
But at the same, okay. But so another thing is, right now, surely there's more people that feel like you and like me. And
Actually, I think you have a message you're not getting out. I think that might be something you want to focus a little more on. Is that you want to say, hey, do we really want to agree that everything we're being told is correct? Or do we maybe as a community want to have a meeting and all kind of throw our stuff together as opposed to yelling and screaming at each other?
Let's
really have a combined effort into figuring out what's next. Because our government ain't telling us. Our government's failed us, dude. They failed us huge.
That's one of my end points is let's all stop arguing about who's right and who's wrong, and let's get together and find out what is right and what is wrong.
Absolutely. Let's do that together. Right on? Well, let's do it together. I can put you in the forums. I got a lot of Anchorage, Alaska mask makers who I represent. I spent about 20 grand making masks to get them out of the community. I gave masks to all the courts, hospitals, firemen, police department, orphanages, foster care, you name it, nurses, doctors, they've all gone there. And I could show you message after message after message after message of thank you. I think you might have saved their lives. I've had a lady who just yesterday sent me a message saying, hey, I was in a group of 6 people. I wore a mask. They all refused to laugh. 4 of them tested positive. I don't have it. That's pretty powerful.
According to like the CDC and everything, like the test kits come out like positive. Some
Depends which one you take. There's a world that fails with the 8th one. No. But you have places like this where we have Dunleavy as our governor. He got the cheap ones. He got the ones the Trump administration made. Those fail. 50% of the time they're failing. But if you get the ones that go in the nose that are 5 times the cost of the oral ones, they're effective. But we went cheap. Why are you and I not worth $4.91 as opposed to $1.21? I think I'm worth $4.91. But our government doesn't. They don't think we're worth shit. They don't even think we should wear masks.
I think that you say the government doesn't feel like we should wear masks? Nope. I feel like they're pushing. They want us. They're like pushing it on us.
Dunleavy doesn't. You heard about Dunleavy and Berkowitz today? They're going back and forth. Berkowitz is saying, hey, I have the right to do what I did. Dunleavy's saying, no, you didn't. Because Berkowitz said, hey, you got to wear a mask when you go in the store. And that just makes sense. It really does make sense. Even if it's a hoax, even if it ain't real, even if it's not as bad as we say, why not protect you? I'm willing to wear a mask to protect you. All I'm hoping is you're willing to wear a mask to protect me because we don't know. Fuck, we don't even know what it is yet. We don't know how long it lasts. I can tell you, I have stomach pains and leg cramps ever since I got it. I haven't gone away. It's something. I know it's something. But what is it? I don't know. My government ain't telling me shit. But I do know a mask protects me. Is it a foolproof plan? No. It's better than nothing. Something you don't know about the virus is it's contagious through the air, right? So all these people driving by, if someone's driving right here and they sneeze, the vent that goes out of their car, all air is recycled out, it's hanging in the air. For 2 hours, it's sitting right here.
What about today?
Oh, I know. But we have cures for it, we have tests for it, we have vaccines for it. We ain't got nothing for it yet. Now, if we had a vaccine for this, I would do what you want to do. We don't.
What do you think? What about the whole forcing vaccines on people thing? That's where
it's a tough one because I'll tell you that I have 3 boys. I watched one of my boys get a vaccine and he got sick and acted weird for a few months. My other 2 didn't have any repercussions. But I'll tell you, I've also had a son killed by a drunk driver. And I would rather get my kid the shot and take that chance than knowing I didn't get that shot for my kid, having him get measles and die. Because then I would feel like a failure as a father. I got to get going. I appreciate your time. I do respect what you're doing. I don't mean to be a dick. It's just, I'm doing what's been done to me, and it sucks. And I'll keep doing it. So,
you're gonna rip them down if I put them back up?
Gonna.
You are? Yeah. That's how you deal with it, though?
That's how I deal with it.
That's like...
I'm telling you, I will tear them down. The next time I'll take them.
Like,
I know how the law works because I dealt with them. I tried to get my signs back. I tried to get people prosecuted. The cops won't do shit. So I'm kind of contesting the cops at the same time with you. They should come protect you. You should have the right to put your signs up. But you know what? They aren't going to do shit for you. And that's wrong, too.
I think, personally, I know, like, before you go, like, so you, for the record, know, like, I think if someone's pro-mask and they're pro... And I have to edit that out because they're not going to, like, allow me to say that. They'll take my channel.
Pro-mask?
That's how, like, opposite, like, it is.
Oh, it is. It's diabolical. It's diabolical. And who's put us in this position? Not you and not me. Our government. They put us here because they don't want to tell us what's what.
But you could be out here with signs that say wear masks, don't believe me, people like me, and I don't
If I had time to do that, I would, but I don't. I got 3 kids and 2 full-time jobs, so I don't have time. But I do know that I'm passionate about what I believe in. I know that I've done a lot of research, probably about 150 hours worth, and I know I'm right. I know I'm not wrong. Even if COVID's not as bad as they say, I'm going to tell you I've had it, my wife had it, my kid had it, but I've seen it.
Based on faulty test kits.
This wasn't faulty. The test kits that are faulty are the ones when you go to the health check stations, they check you right there. You go to a hospital, it's a whole different law.
But how do we know that? From the hospital is telling us that they're accurate, right?
Well, we don't, but we fuck. At what point do we believe and not believe?
Yeah.
How do you know you're who you really were when you were born and they didn't switch you in the incubator? I mean, we could go really? We don't know.
At the end of the day, like, human being cannot trust another human being.
And that has to change. Yeah. That's the ultimate story that needs to be told.
I think that...
We all got to start getting...
You know how cops have body cams and then they get busted when they do something corrupt? I think that should be in hospitals.
I agree.
And all that stuff. So no one can do any funny business.
Want to know something that should scare you right now? Because of the way things are going, did you know that Trump passed an executive order that no longer requires the agencies that oversee hospitals to any longer oversee them? They have free-for-all. Free-for-all.
I'm not a fan of Trump. Like, I think they're trying to do, like, with this whole thing, they're trying to put people in a box and say, well, if you think this, then you're that, and if you think this, then you're that.
Right.
And
right.
I try not to go down that.
How do we avoid that?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the tough part. And in the meantime, we got to protect our neighbors. Because I live here. I live at the top of the hill. I don't want no one to get killed. I don't want no one to die. I don't want nobody to get sick with what I went through. Because here's what I'm going to tell you. True, real talk. I think in 6 months we're going to find out COVID lingers in our body. I think it stores and hides places, and it comes out to get us. And it keeps fucking coming back to me. I'll get sick out of the blue, and then I'll be better. And my stomach will hurt. My wife's stomach will hurt. And that's all part of the things that everybody talks about is it keeps coming back and it doesn't go away. So here's the question. What if you have COVID and now you get the flu? Because the flu's coming. 2 more months, the flu's here. What are we going to do then? I just don't want people to die. I love my neighbors.
I don't think that anybody really wants that. Not many people do anyway.
Well, I don't know. It's scary. Because I think we're kind of getting there too. Where people are willing to die for what they believe. And that's crazy.
I feel like they are taking advantage of people through fear, though. You know? Fear is a hell of an emotion.
It is.
And you can, like, really take advantage of it.
You can. And I don't know that I disagree with you, but I want to err on the side of caution, not ignorance.
But if you get, like, overly, I feel like...
We're not.
Over time, like, you're right, 5 minutes wearing a mask, whatever, but over time, you do that every day, and
we've been doing it 13 years, and her oxygen rate's still 95%.
But you're talking about when she got surgery, right?
No, you have to wear masks. People don't get that. If you're in ER or if you're in the aftercare surgical, they wear masks all day because these are people with open wounds and they can't bring anything in. So they wear them all damn day. All day long. And they suck, dude. They suck on your face and you can't breathe. These you can kind of still breathe. Are they 100% effective? No. But it's better than nothing. Just in case. I admire what you're doing. I really do. I
just feel like
don't like seeing it. I don't know. I didn't read your signs. If there's some that don't say don't wear a mask, I don't care. But to say, like, I would prefer if you had a big sign that said, question authority. Let's talk. Because we should be questioning authority. But they're not even guiding us.
At the same time, people say that. A lot of people will say that type of thing, but then they'll say, they're saying wear masks, so then wear them. Just be cautious. So it's kind of like cognitive dissonance.
It is. Where do we meet? Because ultimately it's comes to you and I, right? As people. And we're the ones that want shit to change. And if we can't as a collective group agree to some shit, then we leave it in the hands of our governor, we leave it in the hands of our mayor, and now we're fighting each other. And that's ridiculous. We just need concise, direct facts. And we're not getting it. We're getting it's a hoax. Like the dude here said, it's a cold. I've had colds. This ain't a cold. It's not a cold. It's not. For some people it might be, but for some people it's proven. I'm telling you, dude, I thought I was going to die. I didn't go to the hospital right away. Didn't go. I'm going to get better, right? This is before we even knew COVID existed. I'm in my deathbed thinking I'm fucking going to die. But I'm like, nah, this is the flu. I'm going to get over it. I'm going to get over it. I'm going to get over it. And I wasn't getting over it. And then my wife did my oxygen. I was at 72%. That's really bad. So that's when I went to the hospital. And that's when they tested me. But I don't know the answer. I just know, for me, I think everybody should wear a mask and tell the people who can tell us what's what and where's where. Why not do it? Out here, do we wear a mask? No. In your goddamn car? No. In your home? No. At work? If you're 6 feet away? No. If you're in a grocery store? Absolutely. If you go to mom and pop, Subway, you know, in Washington, they're still closed. You can only go through drive-thru. We're the only state so far that's this kind of ignorant. All the other states have been the shoe. They're not doing this. They don't let you go in the stores. Safeway, which is in Washington, they have lines, arrows. You got to go down the aisles a certain way. If you don't, the people tell you, hey, you can't do that. We don't have that here because we have such dissension. Well, we got this side that says we're wrong and this side that says we're right.
It's like a religious type thing.
Oh, yeah, you got that. The mark of the beast. I'm wearing the mark of the beast.
Just
I know.
In general, like the COVID-19, you can say it's a religion because you have to accept it based on faith.
Right. Maybe this is a way to wipe out the weak in the herd. Maybe it is. I don't know. If they can tell me where it came from and exactly what it is, I'd feel a lot better.
And then who is they and how we know they're being honest with us when they do tell us, you know?
I know. And especially when the government gets rid of the CDC people who were supposed to tell us. They fire them all. It's crazy. I'll tell you, if a Democrat was president right now, I would believe it's a conspiracy. But because it's Trump, if it were a conspiracy, he'd be screaming it's a conspiracy. But he's not. He's teetering on the middle, just to play both sides. And that shouldn't happen. And that's where we all collectively need to agree. We need better leadership, statewide, citywide, countrywide.
Well, personally, I'm like anti-statist.
Yeah, I am too. I'm with you. We're probably a lot more similar than we know. I think masks are important. But I don't trust the government. I don't trust the police. I take everything with a grain of salt before I accept it.